Hey there, guys. So, today I want to talk about how being cool isn't exactly as cool as it seems to be. I know in high school and in college and even in the rest of your life, there's always going to be extremely popular people, and you're going to be like, oh, wow, I wish I had his or her girlfriend, boyfriend. Oh, I wish I had his car. Oh, I wish I had her fame. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, he's so handsome. Damn, I wish I were more like him. You're going to be saying that a lot in your life, and I know it. I've said it a shitload of times in my life. And, well, that's how life is. There's always going to be people that are supposedly cooler than the rest of us. I mean, I don't think I'm the coolest person on earth, but I am cool to a certain degree, and that's what I want to teach you guys today. That every human being is cool in their own way, and I believe that's what that is what is important. Sorry about that. So, I'm going to start out with talking about why being cool is not as cool as it seems to be. Have you ever seen like those really in American high schools, for example, here in the U.S. These high school girls? Do you have any idea how much money they waste, how much time they spend on actually trying to groom themselves, make themselves presentable, just to go to high school on an average day? It's crazy. They spend so much makeup, so much time. They waste a lot of money on different kinds of outfits because they can never repeat the same outfit. God forbid that some girl criticize them for using the same outfit twice in 2 weeks. But, I mean, they have to go through a lot of work. And I'm pretty sure to a certain degree that they're incredibly stressed out over being entirely superficial. I mean, can you imagine what it's like to be ostracized for using the same sweatshirt 2 days straight? My God, that's like the end of the world. So I'm telling you that it's not worth to have that pressure. I mean, there's a girl I know at my school. She puts on a crap load of makeup every day, and she ends up looking like a fucking mannequin. But she does that because she thinks it's beautiful and it makes herself more presentable to others. And if for some reason her face gets wet and her face falls off, she starts to have a panic attack. That just comes to show that being popular isn't as cool as it is cut out to be. Okay, now, moving on. Now, for all those guys that think being a high school jock is the greatest thing on earth, just look at the grades. That's all I have to say. Not very good. They often don't have much stuff up here, so I'm guessing that they're gonna have some extremely superficial relationships in the future. And I know you guys are gonna say, but they're gonna be able to sleep with the hottest girls on earth. Damn, he's gonna have the greatest wife in the world, best looking body. I just don't understand how marriages like those, continue to survive. I mean, all I can see is incredible superficiality. Nothing of interest goes on. I mean, two people that can barely even speak. I don't see how that can be any fun. I mean, you guys say that, damn, I wish I were like him now, or I hope I get a chance to have a great looking wife in the future. But if you guys have more than a grain of salt for a brain, which these guys have, then this is not the kind of relationship that you'll want. This is not the kind of life you'll want. You guys are smarter, you want to do things with your life. And I think that if you have a brain, you can do good, positive things to the world. You can be remembered in a positive way. And, I mean, even if high school sucks right now, it gets better, it really does. High school was horrible for me, but towards the end of it, I really, really enjoyed it. I got a beautiful girlfriend somehow. Miracle of God, I still don't know how. And so on and so forth. Being cool, it's just not fun. And the same thing, those guys that are like the high school jocks. I mean, there's this book called The Perks of Being a Wallflower. One of the side characters is a huge famous football player for a high school, but he's actually gay. But he can't actually say anything about it. He has to maintain appearances that he's some manly jock that likes beautiful women, and I've kind of found that pathetic. I mean, if you let your life be dictated on appearances and what other people think of you, you're not going to enjoy it. You're going to be stressed out a lot. Me, for example, I love to play video games. I'm a nerd, I'm a geek, and I mean, people might judge me for it, but I'm happy the way I am. I really don't want to change. I know people are going to say, but don't you envy this, don't you envy that? We all envy something. But I really think it's important to be happy with our way of life, not be stressed with what we choose. Because people like this, they have to live in constant stress. I really don't think that they can go to bed calmly at night because they don't know what people are going to think of them in the next morning. So it's stuff like that that really destroys a person little by little. I mean, money, looks, that's not everything in the world. I mean, there are so many ways to have fun. And here's something interesting. Most of those high school jocks, they end up living in some little house in some rural or suburban area, and they're completely forgotten. Nobody remembers who they are. They're really dumb. They have shitty jobs. They're working like at a construction thingy-majig, and they get bored of their jobs, and sometimes they go. So for people like us, I mean, it's got to be fun just being who we are. We get to play, we get to goof around. Life is our playground. The last reason why being cool is not so cool is that really you don't get to meet the most amazing people in life. You probably don't go far in life. And I mean, I've met some awesome people in my life that are just like me. People that like to play video games, people that like different kind of music that isn't the same Nicki Minaj crap you hear every day, or Taylor Swift, so on and so forth, or some shitty Skrillex song. No, I listen to people that listen to Australian bands, stuff like that. When you're cool, you have to fit in to a certain social standard. It's like, this is like the thing, a box of all the characteristics that are acceptable in a human being for them. And if there's one little thing that does not fit in there, you're judged. So let's say I'm an extremely popular high school jock, and I like to listen to some unknown Australian band, and my girlfriend sees it and she's like, oh, what kind of crap are you listening to? I have a friend, and he was very, very popular, but he didn't listen to what people would call mainstream music, and I don't understand why he got a lot of heat for it. It was really, really stupid. I mean, this is just one crazy example I'm coming up with. I'm sure you guys, girls, people that are watching this, I'm pretty sure you'll see something else. You'll have another story. Feel free to share it. I mean, there's a bunch of weird crap going on. I just don't think that it's fair that if you like something but you can't enjoy it, what's the point of being cool? What's the point of being popular? There's nothing. I mean, being cool is more like being locked up in a box. You can't be free. You can't be free at all. And now for all those haters that are going to say, you're just saying that because you're not cool, or you don't know what it's like to be cool. I really don't give a shit what being cool is like, how it feels, because I'm happy with who I am right now. I haven't had to sell myself out for anything. I'm not an alcoholic, I'm not a drug addict. I don't do that kind of thing because just because people say that it's cool, I try to be who I am. I don't want to be a copycat. I don't want to be somebody else. I don't want to be the same person that I despise at school. I don't want to be the same person that I sit next to at school. I don't want to be the same person I work with. I want to be myself, somebody true to himself, somebody that enjoys life on his own terms. That's very important. You have to enjoy things on your own terms, because if you don't, then you'll never get anywhere. So, stay true to yourself, enjoy life in your own way, and just because you're not popular doesn't mean that you're unpopular, because I'm sure that you know people, or you have friends, or even family that cherish you exactly for who you are. And I believe that's more important than anything else, because if people judge you by how you look, what you do, and so on, that means that they don't give a shit about who you are. They are looking at you for what you can become. End of story.